on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. Here are the five for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then there's George. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's McCain in at the 2. And for the Celtics, the perimeter pairing. It's White and Brown. Then there's Anthony Simons. Then there's George Niang. And it's Keita in at the center position, locking down the middle. A couple of rivals going head-to-head here, Clark. You can feel the extra tension in the air.
No doubt about it. That heat is palpable. Everybody wants to be at their best and prove they're the superior team, but the fireworks and friction is real.
Now here's Embiid. Pass to George. Hauled in by Brown. And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. There's Simons with a 3. It's hauled in by Oubre. George outside. To the paint. Oubre finds Maxey. On the take. Here's Embiid. And out of bounds. Boston will have it. So it's Boston now. Brown, a screen on Oubre. Niang. Can't get it to drop. Ooh, nice D from George. Sinks the 15-footer.
There's not much a defender can do when George decides to go up with the pull-up. I mean, you got to respect both his shooting and his driving ability because of his speed on the dribble.
Oh, nice shot by Brown.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Now Philadelphia with it. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. I talked to him about Joel Embiid, and Coach told me Embiid does have us worried. He's just so physical out there, but we're going to be physical right back and get in his face when we can, so they'll be trying to challenge the big man all night.
And Allie, thank you for that.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
Now here's Maxey. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Embiid with it. 5 to shoot. Shoots from 12. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
Embiid's mid-range touch is really improving. It's noticeable.
Simons against Maxey. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Pass to McCain. Lets the 3 fly. Fires in the triple.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
It's Brown on the wing. George defending. Paul George pulls down the board.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Pass to Embiid. Again, Philadelphia.
How about the soft jumper of Joel Embiid? When the ball comes out of his hands like this, you feel like it's going in every time.
Now here's Simons. Fires from deep. Niang, no good. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control. Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Here's White. Pass to Simons. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Banked it in off the glass. Simons has got his second basket on the night. The Sixers leading. Maxey surveys. Shoots over Simons. And it's Maxey missing.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
Here's White. Niang outside. Out of bounds. It'll be Philadelphia's ball.
Part of passing the rock, it's calculating risk and reward. I don't think that was a great decision.
The Celtics making a switch here. Tillman's checked in. So it's Philadelphia now. Pass to McCain. Down low. Here's Embiid. Another shot. Shots blocked. Here's White. It's rebounded by George.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Outside Maxey. Here's McCain. Pass to Oubre. Shot clock at 5. Here's George. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. George has got his second basket of the game.
Stepping in from the line, George, very good and capable from mid-range.
Yeah, that one's good.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 6 of 11 so far. Here's McCain. Outside Maxey. Oubre, a screen on Simons. Here's Maxey. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Maxey, an exciting player to watch. So unpredictably hard to guard.
And here's Brown for 3. He buries it from 3. Brown's got 10 points.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Clark, the Sixers have been at least 10 games over 500 for 7 straight seasons now.
Yeah, and that's great to see after, what was it called? The process that took them all the way to the very depths of the league to finally build themselves back into a consistent playoff team. And their fans certainly deserve good times for struggling through all of those bad times several years ago.
Andre Drummond has checked in for Philadelphia. George passes to Maxey. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Maxey taking up that airspace, doing a nice job just bouncing off the floor there.
They set a pick. Simons passes to White. And the Celtics another 3.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
Now here's Maxey. Drummond with the screen. For 3. Kicks it to George. Maxey against Simons. And it's Maxey missing. The Celtics have gotten 7 of their first 12 shots to go. Back to Simons. From outside the arc. Rebound by the 76ers. George for 3. And it's Tillman with a rebound. Boston's gone 3 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc. White for 3. And they get it back. And here's Brown for 3. Misfires there. 4 for 6 in the game now. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. Shoots over White. Maxey, that's good. Maxey's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Recognized that space given, and Maxey pulled up in the mid-range for the bucket.
Here's Simons. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's McCain. He's guarded by White. Outside Maxey. Drummond, a screen on Simons. For 3, Maxey. That's his 4th miss in 7 shots.
Man, just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Simons passes to Tillman. White for 3. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
Well, White is a capable three-point shooter now, and he does not need a lot of space or time to get off his shot.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well, and when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that. The Celtics with the lead. Simons outside. Pass to Keita. It's Brown on the wing. And the Celtics another three.
I don't think he could have been any more impressive than he was tonight. Brown is setting this place on fire.
Maxey, that's good.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
The Celtics shooting a solid 50% in the opening quarter. Here's Simons. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Boston shooting their first free throw of the evening. And Boston with some changes. Niang, he's checked in for Keita. Hauser comes in for Jaylen Brown. And Pritchard is subbed in for White. 76ers trail by 5. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Driving inside. And a two-handed jam.
And slammed that thing through.
A nasty two-hander.
Max Force, throw that.
Back to Niang. Out to Simons. Niang outside. There's the three. That shot off the mark. It's been all about Jaylen Brown for Boston. He's found his range, hitting 3 triples in the quarter. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Boston.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
Another thing that's gone well for them is the mid-range jumper. It's been falling with ease so far.
Taking a look at Philadelphia. They've got Eric Gordon. Edwards out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Trendon Watford. Lays it up and banks it in.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the three ball.
76ers trail by 5. Now Embiid. Embiid at full speed. And then Embiid with the dunk.
Showing off the superb handles for a 7-footer. Joel Embiid handles that thing tight.
What a 22-23 season it was for Joel Embiid. Named MVP with the Sixers, Clark.
Yeah, and that was Philly's first MVP since the answer, Allen Iverson, back in 2001. Embiid led the league in scoring at over 33 a game on 55% shooting from the floor. Remarkable. Nobody could stop him. He was virtually unguardable.
Here's Pritchard with the drive. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
You know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is. That's a tough shot.
Shot from the mid-range. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Clark, one of the league's premier scorers. Embiid does a lot of damage in the mid-range.
I tell you, for a guy as big as he is, I just marvel at his touch, his footwork, and the fact that he scores at all 3 levels. He scores at the rim, mid-range, he's dangerous, and then the three-point shot is one that he can knock down with decent regularity. So at his size, most would like to see him attack the rim more, but I still marvel at his versatility as a scorer. And Gordon has a fast release. Got to be up on him at all times. I mean, he's excellent shooting off the dribble.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Garza. Takes a three. Knocks down the long J. Garza's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Watford outside. Boston pulls it in. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Hauser. The three. And the Celtics another three.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
And Gordon has got the ball here for Philadelphia. It's a three-point game. All alone. And again, it's Philadelphia.
We often talk about Gordon's scoring ability, but there, great feed to an open teammate.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Walsh is checked in for Niang. And Philadelphia making a change here.
Substitution on the court.
Boston's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Pass to Garza. 4-3. And Watford pulls it down. Philadelphia's gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Now here's Oubre. Watford outside. 4 on the clock. Here's Embiid. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
You know, with his size and offensive versatility, the defense really has its hands full with Embiid.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league. And it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches. But the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run. And honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that. They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Pass to Minot. Here's Pritchard. Watford covering. They set the screen. Second chance effort. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Pritchard's got 7 points for the quarter.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good...
Oh, wow! Oh,
watch out below.
Big finish.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good.
I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine, even if he'd have missed it. I don't mind taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit. It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
Pass to Embiid. Hauser grabs the board.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Here's Minot. Puts up a 3. That shot is off. Watford outside. Pass to Oubre. Watford outside. Now Embiid. With the fadeaway. Again, the Sixers score.
I'll tell you, when he rises up to shoot, and with his height advantage, he knows he's going to get a clean look.
You know, for me, it doesn't get any better than seeing big fellas who can use the mid-range jumper to their advantage.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. So Boston ends up going with a new group. And Philadelphia also making a switch. George, he's checked in for Gordon. Boston trailing. Simons outside. The kick out to White from the wing. Rebound by Philadelphia. Watford with it, and it's Niang picking him up. Watford with it. Niang's there. Kept alive. Here's Embiid. No stopping Joel Embiid. Wow.
Once he gets that low, there's nothing you can do about it. Embiid is a major handful inside.
There's Simons with a three. Pure from three-point range. Simons got 10 points in the game.
That is his shot, guys. So you can't just give it to him. You've got to get up on him and get into his airspace there.
And his fifth basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there. One team gains momentum, then the other storms back.
Hey, if this is any indication of how the game is going to go, we're in for a treat.
And no good. Good work defensively by White. Boston's gone 3 for 7 from the perimeter during the second quarter.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
The three, George drills it from deep. He's got 7.
Cannot let George get his feet set out on the perimeter. He'll bury it.
Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
Three-pointer. Another three for Philadelphia.
George continuing to become a better passer. That's one area that's clearly improved over his career.
Niang a screen. Here's Simons. Count that one. He's scoring at a nice clip. He's 6 of 9 tonight.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
George outside. Oubre on the wing. Defended by Niang. That one goes. Count it. Oubre's got his first points of the night.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Jalen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, "I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball of my life."
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure. Downtown, Jalen Brown.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
Embiid, high post. Puts it up from 17. It's hauled in by White. And White has got the ball here for Boston. Pass to Brown. Ooh, Brown takes it to the D inside.
And I know the defense was all over Brown that time, guys, but in the end, he's just too skilled for him in the paint.
Shoots. And it falls all over the rim and in. George has got 9 points. And here's Brown for 3. Oh, he beats the buzzer just in time. Wow.
Big time bucket, I'll tell you. Great clock management there.
An ideal